So I was trained as a maternal health professional in a very traditional sense. I was trained in formal health systems. I'm a social worker by training and have a master's in maternal and child health. Received excellent training in figuring out how do you take care of people's basic needs so that they can actually cope with the challenges of this transition. And so I would say that early training really influenced me and my approach to continuing that thread of what do parents need on a very basic level as they transition.
I spent the first 15 years or so of my career running HR and business operations and startups in the Bay Area, where there's always just way more to do than people to do it. And that combined with the fact that I'm just like a super hyper organized person by nature and I'm always thinking about systems, led people to start asking me for help in terms of how do I prioritize things? How do I make sure that we're getting everything done and still have a life at the end of the day? Because burnout, working 80 hours a week, that was never for me. So I was always determined to figure out how to work the smartest way possible and help others do the same.
I spent about 10 years working in the childcare industry, and during that time got my degree in psychology. And over time, I realized that I kind of had a skill set in helping the families that I worked with to set up household systems and work on communication in their families. And each of the families I worked with kind of started being like, hey, you should do this, you should make this into a business. So I work with people virtually and I work in home with people, and I just come in and I help kind of balance family dynamics out, work on, communication tools, work on getting really strong relationships with your kids, having fewer breakdowns at home.
How can I help people to not resolve themselves to being unhappy in their careers? Like, that is dead and done. We don't have to just clock in, clock out. We can find things that we enjoy and that meet all of our lifestyle needs. And so that's a really big focus of what we do. A coach is different in that they may have been in your shoes before, but they're not there to say, here's what I think you should do. They're there to help you find the right solution for you and then keep you accountable to it. So it very much comes from a place of questioning, inquisition, asking the right things to help you realize what's the right thing for you to do. And then once you have those insights, repeat them back to you, make sure that you fully process them, and that you're then action planning and staying committed to making that change happen.